All right, guys, quick little last minute second video. The day is finishing up. Thank goodness it's staying light a little later, but we're pushing closing time at 6 o'clock. But had to get you this one because Christian got ahead of himself and photographed it because he likes getting the square bodies online. Good job, Christian. So we did put under our project section. Here's the reason why. And here's the rundown about the truck. So let's go into the hood first. This is a steel cowl induction hood with an LS underneath of it. And it's got MSD ignition, it's got a billet reservoir there, fairly fresh battery. Truck's pretty cool, sounds good, runs good. Dave, my guy, took the keys with him. This is an air conditioned equipped truck, but does not have an AC compressor. Would not be too hard because you can see you can't see there, Christian.
Oh, sorry.
Right there is where the compressor would go. There's an idler currently. So it would not be hard to put that. It does have the factory jack and everything under the hood, but it does have replacement fender wells. Nice aluminum radiator. You can see that from here. And this is a truck that we did not do the build process or anything like that, guys, so we'll be very straight up. The truck was an LS swap, done pretty well. We've gone over it. We still have some things to go over and finish. But the bright work on the front is good. The bumper's good. It's got the valance. It's got a nice grille. Emblems, trim, headlights, like all of them, need some tweaking, but not too bad. So, and as I was saying, I would show you how it ran. I'll let you hear how it ran, but Dave took the keys in his pocket. So, you just got to look at it for now. But a good looking truck sitting on 8 inches of lift, 38-inch Dixie Peck Fun Country 2 tires, radials, 16 by 12 classic Mickey Thompson simulated beadlock wheels. That is an older combination. You cannot get these tires any longer, but they are not ate up with dry rot. Very, very, very little amount of dry rot. So we were thrilled to have those on this truck. Little side step. If you want power steps, no big deal. Inside the bed's pretty clean. You can even see the seam sealer around the edges and all that good stuff in all its glory. It has not been sprayed in or done anything yet. Do a spray and liner, whatever somebody wants. Does have the stainless on the back, does have the step bumper. Two-tone, they did a pretty decent job on the two-tone lines being where they should be. It could have, instead of the stripe, it could have the thick molding like a lot of the trucks have, but it doesn't. So now, if you saw this truck, you saw it in the background because it has been here for a little while, just like all of them. None of them are ever perfect, no matter how nice or how perfect they're supposed to be. So we're in the process of rebuilding the doors. What I mean by that is greasing and adjusting the tracks. My uncle got started on it, then he's had some other projects, and he's been waiting on parts. The power windows didn't work, the power locks didn't work, so he's working on getting all that stuff. That's why he's got this one semi back together. That one's still got to go back together. We're going to change up that dinky water gauge and make it a little better. Work on the gauges in here. It does have an aftermarket dash pad. It does have pretty decent door panels. It's got an aftermarket stereo. The seat's in good shape. Behind the seat is wired. I don't want to pull it up because I don't want to poke a hole in it, but it is wired for an amp and a sub and some other stuff. The door jambs are finished pretty cleanly. So overall, a decent truck. Doors closed good. You can hear they didn't rattle. We've already got those adjusted. We've been tweaking on it for 2 weeks and still have more to do. It has dual exhaust. They ran a little bit untraditional. They actually ran it outside and then back. Kind of a little strange, but you know, it works. It actually sounds pretty good. Again, 8-inch kit, so all spring in the back, all spring in the front. It has the proper steering components for what we consider left-hand steering. If you want crossover steering, you want track bar, you want power steps, you guys know that's all the stuff we do. You want it bigger, you want it smaller, that's no problem. Different tires, different wheels, no problem. But it's a pretty solid truck. Again, it's in our project section, so if you go to davis4x4.com, you can hit, can they find it under Squarebody still?
Yeah, it'll still be there.
It'll still be under Squarebody, but you'll also be able to find it under project section. Also in the project section, you guys are getting ready to probably see 20 or 30 more vehicles pop up over the next couple of days because me and Christian are doing an inventory audit. We're going through a bunch of vehicles that have gotten pushed over into the side over there and up the street and across the street and down the street and the building over there. So we're getting ready to do a big audit. We've got like 50 some vehicles that are not online that we need to deal with. And a lot of them are just waiting on this or waiting on that. So we're gonna get them on there. So you guys are gonna see that project section start flourishing with stuff that's, we may never have time to get to it, unfortunately. That's just the reality. Everybody asks, you know, what's the schedule? What's this? What's that? We're really limited by my guys, Daniel and Brian at the shop and Johnny. My guys across the road, the guys over here. We can't get it all done. I do like the exhaust right here though. That actually looks pretty cool. So most of the time they're in a lot skinnier and coming out right here because of the frame. So I kind of like that. It dumps out a little wider. So I guess that's why they did it. Truck's pretty solid underneath. We'll do all the pictures and everything like usual underneath once we get to that point. 6 lug axles, of course. That's about it. Starts and runs good. Christian, you fired up, moved it out this morning, right? So pictures are outside in front of the other showroom, looking good in the daylight. Looks good under these lights, but it looks good in the daylight also. Pretty cool truck. LS swap. Short bid, regular cab. If you don't like this one, right now the only other two, other than the beautiful auction one that people do keep asking, guys, the reason that one's not online is that's our auction one that if you're a new filer and not an old filer, that came from one of the high-end auctions. And I've got to find a list because when the truck comes in, like any truck that comes in, like the Blazer came in, it needed the rear window fixed, it needed a couple other things repaired, it needed service, it needed the transfer case dropped, it needed the lift kit gone over. So we make a list of things we know, then it goes through the shop, they find other things. So we try to do a checklist. And we don't mind sharing that checklist if we have it. This one, I don't know where it has currently gone because it's been 6 months in the shop working on it. And it had about a 3-page list. It was supposed to be a frame off restored truck. It ran across the block. Scroll back if you haven't seen the video. It's a very unfortunate scenario. And I remind you guys of that because Barrett Jackson and Mecum, and I'm not gonna say which auction this came from, but Barrett Jackson and Mecum were just over the last couple weeks. So you guys gotta really watch. Per the auction, it's not their responsibility to make sure what they said was right. But this ran across the block, and the video shows it running across the block. The video shows the price. The video shows frame off restored. We weren't there. So we bought it under the pretense that it was a frame off restored truck. And again, I have about a 3-page list of things that were wrong with it and not even close to right. Now it's gonna be decent when we're done, but that is the explanation, guys, as to why that truck is not currently online. As far as short bids, back to that, we do also have the big cammed up, built 3/4 ton, red and silver one. And then we do have the purple one. The purple one is getting ready to get detailed. Finally finished up a bunch of finishing touches on that one. And we'll get it officially online with these tires and these wheels polished and everything cleaned up. And then this one. And speaking of that, let's look at these tires and wheels for the Can-Am that just arrived. They should be really shiny. My man puts a lot of pride and joy in his work, so. Oh yeah. There he goes, he's hiding. He's hiding. Look at that, guys. JTX forged, polished front and back. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend, the ultimate polisher. Those things are incredible. So those go on the black Can-Am. Should we get him to polish our dollies? Yeah. I wonder if he can hot polish those things to look as good as these. But he put all weekend into those. They turned out great. He's getting ready to polish up a set of welds for us. That's going to be awesome. And in case you guys didn't know what batteries cost, we just had to put new batteries in this machine. $3,000 for batteries. Now it was a few more than this, but that machine got all new batteries and it was 3,000 bucks. So batteries are not cheap in case you ever got to replace them in something. So, and is this Suzuki? Yeah. All right, so can't believe we hadn't any calls on that. That's a really cool kind of rock climbing Suzuki. And somebody did ask, because I posted a picture of my 20 by 18 wheels, and actually Johnny in our shop, he's building a custom Duramax OBS truck. He's got 20 by 20s that we had built. We are going to send these wheels off and custom build them. They're Weld Racing Cheyennes. If somebody's looking for something really cool and crazy, well, one, I'll sell them like they are. These are currently 20 by 12s. We're going to make them 20 by 18s or 20 by 20s and have to polish them, and that man right there will be doing it. But if you're looking for something extra special and extra wide, you can't get them any longer. of this design. They'll polish up perfect. They're brand new. These tires and wheels have never been on anything. They're just dirty from sitting out and sitting in this building. So, and we got a lot of other stuff to bring you guys and put online and go through here. And that's only 1/5 of what we've got shoved away in the other buildings that we've got to eventually get time to post and put online and deal with. And as the weather breaks, we will. And the little dune buggy. And I brought y'all some clips of the other stuff in the other showroom, some of the other dune buggies earlier. So thanks, guys. It's been a big Monday, busy Monday. It's been a Monday. We're out.